State your name, sir.
Damon Quentin Guster.
All right, this is Mr. Guster. Okay. Where are we on his case?
Well, I did get a chance since the last hearing to review the ledger with my client. Right now, I've got $4,042.18, cost of $175 for a total of $42,17.18. And just for clarification, because I know he was unsure about this at the last hearing, Section 8 has been making their payments, so nothing went into abatement. Essentially, this is all because he hasn't made his tenant portion for a year and a half almost, as well as all the utilities, which he is responsible for. And there have been a couple other additional charges, like a $500 bed bug charge in November, for instance. So that's basically where the balance is from. And there were late fees incurred as well because of the fact that he hasn't been paying his $188 a month tenant portion for nearly a year and a half.
You understand that, sir?
No. Because I've been in the hospital for 9 months with the spinal cord injury.
I'm sorry?
I said, I've been in the hospital for 9 months with a spinal cord injury.
Okay.
And the doctor said if you want to, they can call him after you are available.
Okay, I get that, but you understand that there was a portion you were supposed to be paying of your rent.
Yeah, I was paying $41 for rent, and I was paying $60 for internet, and I think it was $24 for water and something else.
Okay.
And I had the landlord.
I don't believe he has his math correct, Judge, respectfully.
So how much do I have to pay then?
Your portion is $188 per month, sir, plus the utilities, which varies from month to month. And at times they're a significant amount of money. And there's also a late fee you incur when you don't pay that. So it's added up over time. I understand you're in the hospital, but that's why we're here today, unfortunately.
So how much is late?
What was
Late fees per month are how much, Mr. Do you have a 2-tier or?
Taking a look right now. Bear with me.
Yes.
$70.
All right.
How much?
70.
They got 190.
Well,
They've been charging, they said, I got to say $190 for me.
Mr. Guster, here's the thing. If you haven't paid for 18 months, right, or thereabouts, and this doesn't even include the utilities, but if I just take the $70 late fee plus the $188, we're looking at $250 a month for 18 months. I'm going to get what, 20? Give me that. Just ballpark.
Can you repeat it?
18 by 250. So that's going to be 9. It's going to be about 4,500. So just on that alone, without anything else, you would owe $4,500.
What I'm trying to figure out is that
Pardon?
they told me all I had to pay was $60 for cable and 41 rent. And then it was like 27 or 30 something for the utilities. I don't understand it.
The utilities are more than that, sir. The only thing that you said that is correct, respectfully, I don't mean that to sound snarky or something, is the internet usage is $60 a month. But the utilities vary quite a bit. Sometimes they're almost $100, like just 525, it was 9135. So there's a lot of variance there, and sometimes it's quite a bit. And as the judge indicated, the fact that you've went this long not paying your portion plus the late fees has added up significantly. That's the problem.
Sir, have you sought any type of assistance to try to get this paid?
Yeah, we working on it now, me and Pace,
Who?
my caseworker.
Where's your caseworker? Right here? You say you're working on it. What do you mean?
We're trying to get SOS. They're talking about, I've got to give them a copy of the ledger.
Hello, what's your name?
Alyssa Reader.
Okay.
Social worker at PACE. So PACE does not provide assistance with housing.
Right.
I've given Damon the numbers to call, and that's pretty much what I can.
What do you do? I got you.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. I keep giving him the numbers, but he has to call.
Have you called over?
Yeah, and they waited. I called Mr. Thompson. I think it's Thompson Rodriguez at SOS Hall.
Okay.
Waiting on the ledger. I just got the ledger when I was here.
Right. You got the ledger last time okay. Did you get that to him?
No, because I don't have the facts. I had to take it to Pace to hand them the facts to him. I only go to Pace on Thursday and Friday. So I gotta wait until next week to fax it to him, or she can take it to him.
What? Why do you have to wait till next week? You were here on
Last week.
on December 12th,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so if you go there Thursday and Friday, I guess why wasn't
That
it
was
done?
Friday. That was last Friday.
Pardon?
That was last Friday.
I know, but
Today would be the day I would go to Pace, but I come here. I would have been able to fax it to him today, but we're here.
all right. So look, Mr.
Plus Salvation Army. They waiting on the facts too.
Okay, but they can't, because you can't like not just do it. Right? I mean, you have to find a way to try to get those documents
To them.
to them. But it's been a week now and they still don't have them. And so they can't even begin to do anything.
Yes, I know. But today, I can give her the ledger. And she can take it to the office and fax it to him.
Anything else, Mr. Garcia, you want to tell me?
Yes, I just want to say that I apologize for the lateness and whatever, but I wasn't aware of nothing because they sent me the paperwork for it, and I didn't really understand why. Because Section 8 said they stopped payment due to the fact of the repairs to the apartment and them not providing me with the accessible apartment for wheelchairs. And I just,
Right, you told me that the last time and council checked into that. They didn't abate anything. They've been paying their portion. It's you that haven't been paying your portion.
and see, now that was supposed to have been what my brother was doing because he was my home care provider. And for some reason, I don't know, because he was supposed to take care of all that when I was in the hospital. And he,
Well, all right, regrettably, Mr. Guster, I can't.
so I just asked the court to give me a week to try to clear this up. I know
Well, that's fine, but I'm gonna give them a judgment because I don't have anything to try on this case. because we checked it, you came here, I didn't make you find anything in writing, you gave us what you thought was the reason.
Yeah.
They've checked into it, they provided a suitable answer saying that Section 8 is paying, it's you that haven't paid. When I look at their numbers, and that was what I was doing before, you dispute some of the numbers, but even if I just took the rent and late fees and just didn't even talk about your utilities at all. But if I just took that, you would have a higher number than what they're claiming at this point. And so when I take all of that together, there just isn't anything for me to try. You owe these funds.
Your Honor,
And then, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm fine with language in order. We can give him a decent amount of time, January 2nd or whatever, and I'm fine with additional language that if he vacates, the judgment will be set aside. I'm fine with that, if that's helpful to him,
Okay.
so he doesn't have a judgment on his record.
So you don't have a judgment against you. So that's what we'll do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grant them a judgment finding no tribal issue after hearing for the 42-17-18. And instead of being December 29th, I'm going to give you a little bit more time. If you're going to get to HAWC, you're going to do whatever, and maybe they can help you out. But a writ will issue January 5th.
That's fine.
So could I ask if are they able to give me after I pay? Could I get a apartment where I can get my wheelchair through the doors? I can't go to the bathroom. I can't go to the kitchen.
Okay, sir, if you get this paid and you ask them for an accommodation, I'm sure they do what they would be legally required to do regarding an accommodation.
Because I've been asking them ever since I've been.
Well,
They have to wait till one comes back.
well, there does have to be availability of the unit.
Yeah.
All right, that's part of what it's all about too. All right, but at this point, the real issue for you is you got to follow through on your part to get to the agencies that might be able to assist you. And now you're going to have a judgment, but if you can get this paid off, they're willing to set aside or move out, then they're willing to set aside the judgment so it doesn't hamper you trying to get into someplace else. So if you get out of there, then, you know, they'll set the judgment aside. They just need their unit back.
Fine with that. I'm fine with that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
What was that date again?
January 5th.
So he has to either pay or vacate by.
Yes.
Also been noted. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you, sir.
He claims a spinal injury and bad apartment conditions are why he didn't pay rent. But when the lawyer proves he ghosted the landlord for 18 months, the judge has heard enough.
Case Pines of Clover Lane versus Michael Lambrecht.
Brent Digger for the plaintiff.
Yeah, right. What's your name?
My name is Michael Lambrecht.
Okay. And what is plaintiff's claim pay on this?
Right now, I have rent to retain at $28.43 and 48 cents, cost of $175 for a redemptive total of $3,018.48. And it looks like there wasn't a dispute as to the amount owed at the previous hearing either.
I'm sorry, what?
It doesn't look like he was disputing the amount owed at the last hearing, Judge.
Right, I don't think he was. I don't have a note of that anyway. All right, where are you, sir, on this? What do you want to tell me?
At the current moment, Judge, I am not able to make that payment. I'm currently working. Today is my last day of work. My job is seasonal, and therefore I'm effectively laid off. And so I'm looking for another. So I cannot give you a guaranteed date of when I could make this payment.
All right.
I will be working towards it, of course.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to issue a judgment for possession, finding no tribal issue after hearing. So you say you do seasonal work. So today's your last day.
At the current position, yes.
All right. Does that restart again, or does,
It will restart probably late February, early March of next year. So I'll have to find another job in the meantime.
something else to do?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing here. It's extended out a little bit. I just can't go that far. So I'm gonna grant that judgment for that amount. The 3,018.48, and I'll make the writ date January 5th.
Understood.
All right. So you'll have to till January 5th to try to get this cleared up. Have you gone to HAWC at all?
Hawk,
The way you looked at me, you probably have not, right?
is that part of the resources that was in the summons papers?
Yes.
May have called them. I did call a number.
The 961-1999.
This was a few days ago, and there were a few different places that I called. So I
Right.
apologize. If not, then
Yeah, I would try to call them, try to call Hawk. You're right at that. They will do 3,000.
Mhm.
Okay. That will assist up to 3,000. Right now, because you're in that weird circumstance where if you're not employed, where they can see, because part of the issue is sustainability.
Mhm.
So they're willing to like cover the gap, but you've got to show that you could sustain being in the unit. So if you were to get employed, where your employment would show that you can pay for the apartment,
Mhm.
they may very well help you.
There, I'm surprised there wasn't mention of a larger issue being the continued of. I mean, the reason I understand I was sent here is because of frequent late payments. There were demand letters every month, but I made the payments, and so they had dismissed the cases. I was under the impression that
No, the reason that you were the notice to quit or demand for possession was because you had not paid your rent. It's not a termination because of late payments.
well, correct, but just only November and December should be delinquent. Otherwise, the other amounts should be paid off.
His portion of the rent was only $188, yet he let it stack up to over $4,000. Watch what happens when a tenant demands a new apartment while facing eviction.
By the time I can make the payments, because I am on a biweekly pay schedule, there are other fees incurred,
Right.
and it raises the cost quite a bit. So it eventually comes out to around $1,500 to $1,700.
I have from the complaint that was filed in November that you had paid through the end of September. So that at the time that was filed, you would owe effectively for October, November, and now December. So we're really 3 months.
That would make sense if I'm paying for the month forward. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that makes sense.
So I will grant them that judgment with a writ to issue the 5th.
Mhm.
All right. And I suggest again that you contact SOS or Hawk. Did you need that number? I'm going to give it to you.
Yes, but
Yeah, okay.
HAWC I understand is an acronym.
Yes,
Is it
housing,
HAWC?
housing access for Washtenaw County.
Okay.
And that is the number is area code 734-961-1999.
1999.
Okay?
Mhm.
Give them a call, let them know the circumstance that you're in. You'll be in better shape. You're, like I said, I think your issue is going to be the sustainability piece.
Okay.
Okay? All
And
right.
so, if I'm not able to make that, what is my next step? Who can I contact to make arrangements? Considering
You would have to contact your landlord if they're willing to do
So,
something.
go
But
to-
they don't have to.
okay,
Okay. And like I said, I've given you additional time to try to get yourself employed, do what you can to try to maintain your home. But it could be a situation that come to the 5th of January, you're really operating on borrowed time. between getting out of there and paying everything.
Understood.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, thank you. Time to Clover Lane versus Kennedy Callaway. That matter's dismissed. I'm playing this motion without prejudice. That's it.
That's it for me, Judge. Have a good weekend.
All right, you do the same, sir. Happy holidays to you. That's it.